trying to be off coffee, so it needs to be like just the matcha. Well, no, I don't want you. The whole thing that they said on the internet was you wanted to do the bamboo. The matcha can't touch metal. I don't know why. I don't know. It's just it's an ancient way of making iced lattes, strawberry style. When? Now. Hi. Oh, hey. Hello out there in Evergreen Land, as they say. It's me. It is I, King Cockroach, and the Evergreen Kingdom is proud to present King Cockroach Live, starring me. Yeah, I said that already, sorry. King Cockroach, a.k.a. the Boss Bug, world's greatest VTuber, where the V stands for villain. Since defeating the O'Malley brothers, I've been hard at work researching new heroes to defeat and kingdoms to conquer. Join me as I explore different video games and meet the people who live there, all in the name of total world domination. Friendly reminder that viewing of today's broadcast is mandatory for all citizens of the Evergreen Kingdom. Please comment with your favorite emoji to register your attendance. And please don't forget to thank the bus driver. Happy you're all here. Now, what's everyone doing this summer? Is everyone getting caked up for the summer? Or has anyone seen anyone who is super caked up? I guess don't tell me who you've seen that's super caked up. I don't want the stream to become talking about asses you've seen. But, Lazy River Guy. Wow. Not so lazy in resubscribing. Thank you for doing. Oh, my God. We've immediately started the hype train. I'm being told by an intern that even before we even start the hype train, holy shit, we're going to bring on our guest. I don't even know how to handle all these things at once. The intern is throwing us to the guest. Folks, our guest today, I'm very stoked he's here. His name is Brad-Hardman. Brad, hello. Wait. Hi, Brad. I'm making sure you're unmuted. Is he unmuted, intern? All right. Hi, Brad.
Hi, King Cockroach. How you doing out there?
I'm good. I thought we were going to have about 10 minutes. I warned you that you had 10 minutes, but because the hype train has immediately started, we wanted to bring you out here for the hype train challenge, which I didn't even explain to you could happen. First of all, Brad, I do want to get an idea of the vibe here. So tell me about yourself really quick.
Oh yeah, well, I mean, you know, Brad-Hardman, of course. I mean, or maybe me, King Cockroach. You're less familiar with the UCA, the United Cities of America, but Brad-Hardman, of course, the director of Bridges, and
I've had him explained to me by our booker for the show.
Copy.
I thought, based on your name, that you might be a star of illicit films.
Yeah, no, it's not a porno thing, though. I can understand you jumping to that conclusion. No, it's there's Brad-Hardman, of course. He's kind of the alpha Hardman, and then I'm Brad-Hardman. I'm his brother. I mean, like, we're not technically related, but we're like brothers. We're like tight.
So, like, the way, like, maybe you're cousins or something like that, or you're not at all blood related?
Yeah, we're kind of cousins in a sense. We're kind of like, we are very, very, like, pretty close, me and Di. So, we're kind of the Hardman crew.
Well, man, I am so happy to have you here. We are generally doing this for everyone out there who is really obsessed with structure. We're doing this a little different. We've brought you on early, and we brought you on during the hype train, just in case you don't know, and everyone out there doesn't know. The hype train happens when enough subscriptions or bits have been cheered or anything like that. And to keep the hype train going, we continue to subscribe, cheer bits, and all of the above. And for as long as it lasts, I and maybe even our guest Brad are going to take on a hype train challenge. Today's challenge is our favorite video game cross promotions. From Doritos to Do, video games have a long and storied history of cross-promotions, and I think all gamers can agree we love them. For as long as the hype train lasts, as long as people subscribe and share bits, we'll list our favorite video game cross-promotions. All aboard. Brad, I'm sorry to throw you right into this. I know this is, I don't know if this was in the long email I sent you about the show.
I needed a bookmark for that email. It's a bit of a tome. I don't know if King Cockroach sent her a Gore Vidal. It's a bit of quite a read, but I got through it. My first thing, my mind goes to the Halo Mountain Dew game fuel promotions, and I feel like that was like that to me I have such a strong association with. But then also there was pretty recently, I feel like, a Diablo 4 KFC thing that was a tie-in, if memory serves.
In the sense of like you go to hell after you eat KFC is the idea, like in the bathroom, or unrelated?
I think in the sense that, because he was a murderer and a racist, that Colonel Sanders is in hell. He's hanging out with Antonin Scalia. What a band they got down there.
Oh my God! Can you believe Hell's House Band?
Gotta be the best.
Antonin Scalia, Colonel Sanders. I imagine. I was gonna say Perry Farrell. I don't know. Perry Farrell's not dead, and I don't wish him dead. But that was the first thing that came to my mind. I would like to see Diablo Cody and Diablo doing a little crossover.
That feels like that feels like a natural tie-in. That feels really organic.
Some tie-ins are about ideas. Some are just kind of lazily pitched names that are the same. What a favorite that I would have loved to see, like Mortal Kombat. I don't see a lot of crossover with.
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to think if there were any big ones. They certainly have guest fighters within the Mortal Kombat franchise. Like they'll throw in, RoboCop will be in there, or Freddy will be in there, and they'll have some fatality that's tied to the IP. But as far as like a Mortal Kombat like soda, I can't think of anything specifically there. Interestingly, the world of Death Stranding, and it's kind of been, it was a timed aspect, but for a period, in Death Stranding, there was Monster Energy. I had a strong presence within it, and that was a very organic tie-in. It made sense within the context of the game. I mean, my reality. I'm sorry, my reality. I don't know what I'm saying. Life is not a game. My reality.
Well, different people believe different things about their own realities.
It's true. We all kind of like there's that simulation theory, right? Like, are we all living in some sort of, thing generated by an AI?
And sometimes somebody will just say, usually if I'm on Reddit, they'll just say, turtles all the way down. And I'll nod like I know what that is, but I don't really understand that one.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a head scratcher for me, but I think sometimes with meme culture, you just like and move on, right? just take my upvotes and then I'll get on with my life.
Just be careful when you're crossing the border which ones you're liking and moving on with these days. But of course, let's see, great video game crossovers. What about crossing over like MLB The Show, the baseball video game, with I set one up hoping I would have a second half of it. The first thing I think of is, do you remember someone sitting behind home base with a MAGA hat at the World Series?
It's maybe a less fun crossover, but that's a possibility. MLB The Show and the rise of fascism.
I think I'm with you on that one. And somebody, thank you for the bleep. If someone bleeped MAGA, I think we can add that to what we bleep out there is when I say MAGA.
How about MLB The Show and The Big Show?
Oh, that now
WWE
this
superstar.
I like. Now hold on a second. I am getting a phone call here from one of our listeners.
It should be called MLB The Game.
It should be called MLB The Game. You're right.
Wow, that's great.
Sammy Fine, you are right. It is not a show. It is a game.
It is a game.
And well, to your point, Brad-Hardman, time to play. I was going to say the game, The Wrestler, but I was thinking of the song "Time to Play the Game," which is Triple H's song, right?
Oh yeah.
But MLB The Big Show is a pretty nice crossover. I imagine you do Big Show mode where he's pitcher and maybe choke slams people. Was Big Show the one who the cops would come and arrest when he powerbombed them? Do you remember that era?
Boy, I was more of a WCW guy during the, during that era of WWE. So the WWF and the WWE Attitude Era. So I mean, like some of that stuff I don't have great memories of.
My brain is crossing over these, but at some point in either WCW or WWE, the powerbomb became illegal, and so if anyone did it, they would bring out like 8 cops and arrest them.
Yeah.
ACAB is what we're seeing in the chat.
Apparently there was a Pringles Halo Infinite crossover. I'm just looking at some lists, and then there was also, I completely forgot this, and this is totally my wheelhouse. I should have known about this. Carl's Jr. Hardee's had a Tekken crossover in 2009, a Tekken King of the Combo Burger Combo.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I'm looking at one of our interns is saying that he won a copy of that.
Wow.
So I'm getting confirmation from our intern right here that is a thing. I thought maybe there was a move I think in Tekken called Heaven and Hell where one of the female characters jumps on your head and like you're squished between her thighs and she kind of flips you over. I don't know if you remember that.
Okay,
but
to me that sounds like more of a Dead or Alive move, but maybe it was.
You know what? You're right. It was Dead or Alive.
That game was horny as hell.
Brad-Hardman, very well done on your. I tried to pass one right through you on that one, but that was a great stop on that.
No, I don't know. I don't know a lot about fighting games. I'm not really a fighting game guy, but I do know Super Smash Brothers and then Dead or Alive, the absolute horniest of the series. Because I did play that in the Extreme Volleyball era.
Oh my gosh, I forgot about Extreme Volleyball.
Oh yeah.
I mean, the 90s and early 2000s, if you were a boy 10 to 75, the video game market was really good for you.
Yeah, because I mean, I Brad-Hardman am old enough to have grown up where the horny games were like Leisure Suit Larry, which were like maybe you could see like a pixelated like a woman in a hot tub without a top on. You know what I mean? Like that was the best you could hope for. Or you'd find like a horny text adventure you could maybe play. But yeah, I mean nowadays it's crazy. There's just like full on hentai games, just fully in my Steam library, like a whole bunch of them.
Fully in your Steam library.
Yeah, I mean, like someone's the Steam library of a user. You know, they're just all available to whoever.
I remember, pro tip from Dodo Mike, Sneak King is the greatest crossover ever. I don't know Sneak King.
Oh, Sneak King. So Burger King had 3 different games, and maybe the chat can help me out. There was Sneak King, which was the funniest and weirdest of them. There was a game called Big Bumpin'. And then there was I think it was called Pocket Bike Racer. Did I get the other 2? But if memory serves, Sneak King was the one where it was like a stealth game, and you were the king, and you sneak up on people and scare them. And it was the funniest, like most memeable of them, but it actually wasn't that super fun to play. And then the Pocket Bike Racer, I think, was decent. But they were all like retail games that you could get at Burger King, and they were like $1.99 a piece. It was really wild.
Oh, you would get them at Burger King.
You buy physical Xbox games at BK, yeah.
Life has changed for the worse. But by the way, Brad, we just exploded the hype train, which means we did it to completion. Sorry for my language. Thank you for jumping right in, Brad, on this and helping me with that hype train. Thank you to everybody. I was so enwrapped in the conversation, I wasn't thanking people for their follows and their subscriptions. But I assure you, I am thankful for all of you. All your phone calls, all your bleeps, all of the above. Brad, welcome to the show. You are from the world of today's game, which I'm going to throw to right now if my interns are ready for it.
Chex Quest was the best cereal video game.
Yes, your bro, but not your brother necessarily.
Yeah, I mean we're like, you know, we're definitely I could text him and he'd like definitely reply. So like it's like that sort of like I could FaceTime him. Probably I won't because I'm doing the stream, but I could and we could just chat for a bit. Like we talk all the time.
Would you argue? And I'm gonna hold you for one moment before I finish this question. But I'm seeing in the chat we may have lost audio. Chat, I am disappointed in you all now. No one has told me that I've seen that our sound is good, which is what I'm trying to hear, of course, with every episode. So we may have audio, maybe just Sammy Fine lost. Audio is good. Thank you, Y-Master Flash. Would you say that Die-Hardman is the most famous person in your phone? Do you ever play that game?
Oh yeah, I mean that's a lot of fun. Let me just scroll through here real quick. Let's see. I got I got Hardman in here. Let's see. I got Sam Porter Bridges in here. I know everybody. Fragile's in here. She's her voicemail is fun because she's like, I'm fragile, but I'm not that fragile. So it's like, oh, that's your thing that you say. It's kind of fun to hear when you're kind of hoping you go to voicemail so you get to hear that catchmail.
That's interesting because I would understand wanting that if you were like following her on social media, but if you're a friend, you might just want a more standard voicemail.
Yeah,
Like, do you think Jim Carrey's voicemail is like, somebody leave a message?
I think it should be. Be a lot of fun. Wouldn't you love to hear that if you were boys with Carrey?
Yeah, I think you'd be like, Jim, it's it's just I'm not friends with you because of your fame or anything like that. I just like you.
Right, of course, and that's the whole thing. I think that's why Hardman and me, Brad-Hardman, are so like close, close acquaintances, is because like I knew him before he became the head of Bridges, and so we kind of came up together, and
well, I love that, man. I don't think for anyone
I keep it real with them, yeah.
For anyone who would immediately kind of accuse you of possibly any sort of sycophantic nature or anything like that, I actually think it's really impressive that you were friends with him and that you still keep in touch.
For sure, yeah, and we're definitely are keeping we keep in touch, definitely. Like he's like we're very like I said, I definitely know him, Hardman. My name is actually, just to be clear, my name is actually Brad-Hardman, with a P in front of the H. But the P is like my family, it's silent, so I just kind of dropped it like Sean Parkered it because it's cleaner. So yeah, it's Brad-Hardman, but it's pronounced Hardman, so I just write it as Brad-Hardman, like Hardman, because again he's my guy.
Well, right on. If he doesn't have a problem with that, I don't. And Brad, I'm seeing here now, I am like in the world here of Death Stranding, and you're gonna have to just help me out a little bit. I'm relatively unfamiliar, so I'm a delivery man here, right?
Yeah, that's right. You're running around, and you got a whole bunch of items you got to deliver. You've got these vehicles you have access to. You might be able to hop into one of these bad boys.
Okay, wow. And were these bridges also traded to the Knicks for 5 first-round picks?
I don't know if what they were exchanged for.
Okay.
I think these bridges are just part of the Bridges organization. I don't think they were actually exchanged for NBA assets. Yeah, it doesn't look like you can commandeer those right now. But basically, what you want to be doing is just this is a real walking around reality.
Okay.
This is one where you just kind of like are looking for places to go. You might have I
have a crying baby on my chest, it looks like.
Yes.
Or at least a fetus.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. That is BB, and you definitely want to soothe him, which you might be able to do.
No. That probably doesn't help. Is that soothing?
No, you're not really no, I think you're more agitating him right there.
Sorry, I don't have children of my own.
I think if you sit down...
Okay.
Like if you try, and I forget what it's mapped to again in this in my reality, but I think it's maybe circle sits down.
Okay.
Yeah, you can rest. You can hold to rest, and then if you rest, you should have an opportunity to comfort.
Oh yeah. Oh whoops! What did I do there?
You kind of busted out of it, but it's all right.
He seems like he's chilling.
Yeah, he's doing okay.
So
you'll know when he's agitated.
Brad, do you work in the Bridges organization? Has Di given you? Do you go by Brad, or do you go by your full name, by the way?
I go by Brad-Hardman professionally. There's a lot of brand equity in Hardman because of Hardman's prominence, and so yeah, I don't formally work for Bridges, but kind of like. I'm adjacent, I have connections over there. Like I said, I get Hardman on the phone like that, like he'd just be talking to me. And,
if you want to get him on right now, I think that would actually be helpful.
I think it's, I'm kind of busy with the stream or whatever. He's busy with his shit. So, but sure. Like I know him really, really well. And so Anyway, that's kind of why King Cockroach, I want to talk to you because you're here and you're looking. I know you're looking for new worlds to conquer, new realities to possibly occupy. I think the UCA, the United Cities of America, this post-apocalyptic world that we are making an effort to rebuild could be a real opportunity for you. And
How you doing, Sam?
just as the USA is being rebuilt into the UCA, I am rebuilding another important institution. This is kind of my personal initiative.
Oh, really? I would
And
love
I'm
to
working,
hear that.
I'm working hand in hand with Die-Hardman, my guy, on this one, and I'm restarting IHOP, the International House of Pancakes. But the new version I feel like has to be ICOP. The International Cities of Pancakes. So ICOP, it's going to be the new, large format, big dining, large footprint dining room, a national chain restaurant focused on breakfast and lunch, but we also serve dinner. I'd love for you to be involved, if you want to be the face of the franchise and also like an investor, a franchisee. That can be a partnership that could be valuable for both of us.
Are you serious? Wow, what an opportunity.
Yeah, it could be really cool because our whole thing is like, because we got ICOP. It's I may have said ICOP. I meant ICOP. It's ICOP is it's like the International House of Pancakes, like the old concept. But we're doing pancakes. But our whole philosophy is pancakes, but fun.
Oh, okay.
Because you know pancakes, right? Like, hey,
Yeah.
I got some flapjacks, I got a stack of 3 or 4, I get some butter, I get some maple syrup, whatever the fuck. But this is like that, but fun.
In my mind, it's like that's a fun Sunday as Dad is making pancakes. In your experience,
Right.
they're not.
Why can't we recreate that experience when you go out to eat? And that could be that Sunday with your family, that pre-church sort of bit of family bonding. That could be you out on the town just with your bros, or that could be you dining solo on a Wednesday. You know what I mean?
I will say, if you pitch IHOP, currently IHOP for me, to your bros, you get laughed at. Absolutely.
That's not what we want. Because I just like, again, if I pitch ICOP to my bros, including Die-Hardman, my guy, my very close associate, and I'm like, hey, I want them to be jazzed up for that. I want them to be like, fuck yes, that's what we're doing. That's what this is all about. And that's why this is going nationwide. We're going to have locations everywhere. Because a big thing, I know everyone got used to pizza delivery, in the aftermath of this plague.
Yeah.
And that's what everyone's kind of relying on. But I think there's a real appetite, pun intended, for in-person dining with table service. And especially if you're a porter out there and, whatever, you're logging some ceramics to rebuild the chiral network to Port Knot City, you need to have a stopover and grab yourself a meal. You also want a place where you can be indoors for a bit and avoid the time fall. So that's part of the benefit of ICOP. These are going to be some structures you can reside in, pass the time, have some flapjacks. Again, have some pancakes, but fun.
Well, Brad, instinctually,
Yeah.
I hear pancakes, I hear fun. I will say, in a post-pandemic world, are a lot of people going out and having interpersonal fun? Sorry, I'm getting a phone call really quick from Y Master Flash here on the stream. Hello?
Hey, it's me, Die-Hardman. Is your chiral printer running?
I think Die-Hardman is asking, is your chiral printer running, or is it chiral?
It's chiral printer. I don't think that was really him.
You think it was a prank phone call?
I think that was a prank call. I just don't. I don't think that doesn't sound like something he would say, honestly. And honestly, it's kind of fucked up that someone would do that. Because again, it's almost like you're saying that I don't know Die-Hardman, which I do. I just like that I'm trying to create some sort of false association that doesn't exist with Die-Hardman, that I'm trying to claim some sort of closeness to him so that I can advance my own business plan, that I would ever, that would be insane if I did that. That would be insane if my agenda was to come on to your stream, your platform, and be like, hey, I am affiliated with Die-Hardman, and that's that's why you should invest in my thing, because I'm going to have all these shortcuts to tax breaks, and I'm going to be able to avoid all the regulations and just get this thing up and running immediately. That's not what I'm doing. Like that'd be insane if I was trying to scam people like that. I would never do that.
Well, I think every good pitch starts with a good explanation of why it's not a scam. You kind of break down all the reasons it couldn't be a scam.
Exactly. You get that out of the way because people are concerned about that, and I've heard that a lot.
It's like if you ever watch Shark Tank, not enough of them start with like, by the way, I'm not ripping you off. This isn't a front. This isn't a pyramid scheme.
Yeah, I agree. I think you should kind of front load that.
Brad,
why play games with people? Just tell them I'm not stealing your money. Just tell them this is not a pyramid scheme. We're all gonna make a lot of money.
Well, I am one to take your word for things. If you say so, I believe you. I am. Now, I'm in this world. I would like to maybe explore it a little bit because I'm thinking of investing in this. I'm maybe even thinking of being the face as you pitched. You gave me kind of three options: investing, being the face, or franchising. Of the three, being the face sounds the most exciting.
I love it. One thing I think you can do here, if you're inside this facility, if you turn back towards this terminal over here.
Okay.
So the opposite direction. Turn around.
This way.
Go down the ramp into the interior, and then there should be not the private room, but there should be a little terminal over to the side here. If this one is active.
One of these sides here.
Yeah. Let's see.
Okay. This says no access.
Not that one. Yeah.
This way a little more.
There you go. That should be it, and that you should be able to get some sort of mission from this.
All right. Let's see. What are they saying there?
So yeah, you hold the square button. You should be able to activate the terminal there.
Okay.
Sam, to review, your present objective is to extend the.
Hey, it's Brad-Hardman. That's my guy.
Oh, that's him.
Yeah, that's him.
Hey,
Yeah.
Do you know Brad? I'm with Brad.
He's in the middle of something. I think he's just he's kind of on autopilot here. He's not even listening.
Yeah. I don't know if these are pre-recorded or.
More than a few won't want anything to do with the UCA.
He's really well dressed, I would say.
Yeah,
for a homie of yours.
We kind of have similar sort of vibes, I mean, I think we have similar sort of aesthetics.
I don't see it.
I think I'm pretty well put together.
Can I ask who started wearing the mask first?
It was him. I definitely got the mask after he did, but it was kind of both of our ideas. I kind of actually had the idea for the mask first. He just kind of did it first, and so it seemed like I was copying him, but honestly, he was kind of copying me. So it's whatever. But it's not a big deal for either of us. We're not.
So you pitched it conversationally, but he was the first one to take the risk.
I was like, a mask could be a good look. I don't know. I'm thinking about doing it. And then he went and did it. And, hey, props to him for taking the plunge. But then I did it afterwards. But yeah, kind of came from me, I guess.
Oh, I've absolutely been there before. I'm friends with Pharrell, and I was like, hey, man, what about tall hats?
Oh, that's cool as hell, yeah.
He made fun of me for it.
That was you.
He made fun of me for it. Then I see him at the Grammys, and it's like he's hiding a little mouse under there or something, like a ratatouille. And I texted him. I was like, what's the deal with that? And Left on Red by Pharrell.
Well, I think you got to take that as a compliment, though, right?
That may be for you the only way you can get through the world. Are you left on red a lot?
Yeah, I mean, whatever. He's busy, He's in charge of he's in charge of Bridges, whatever. They're doing all sorts of stuff. President Bridget, who knows what her deal is right now, So he's got a lot on his plate.
Well, I got to say, I'm in this delivery outfit. I am feeling like this is going to be exhausting, and I am going to be hungry. I've got this baby that my understanding is the baby can sense danger, right?
Yes, yeah, the baby can sense the beach things, the PTs, which you do not want to run into. And you will not be running into at any franchise location of ICOP.
Is that a promise?
It's a BT-free environment. The only thing we're going to have is GT, good times. So come on over. We got pancakes with fun.
Okay, I actually love that. If it's anything I should be scared of, do you have, items that or things that I can entertain my fetus when I'm there so that it's not just for adults?
Oh, for sure. I mean, you can get a carafe of hot coffee and just sort of, wave it in front of them. Like their eyes will follow that. So you got that. Let's see. There'll be like salt and pepper shakers on the table. So again, you can kind of just sort of like shake that. It'll make a fun noise. They'll kind of like that. So there's all sorts of fun stuff for kids.
Brad, my brother, I want this to work. I'm always looking for investments. I'm not trying to publicize anything for free. But Brad, we're getting a phone call, and I'm not sure you're gonna like this one.
Oh boy.
Hello.
ICOP equals International Cup of Piss.
I don't know if you heard that. It's at the bottom of the chat. It's ICOP equals International Cup of Piss.
Well, that's juvenile. It's just kind of just going straight for potty humor. For no reason. You know, I'm just someone who's trying to like bring our scorched earth back to life. Just trying to give some sort of character to this ruined landscape and make it just habitable and make us into a community again by virtue of large footprint, dine-in chain restaurants. I don't know why someone has to shit all over that idea, but whatever.
I'm sorry, Brad.
If you don't have haters, you're like a niche product, right? That's what they say. Like, haters are a sign of success, so.
You're not doing it right.
Yeah, exactly.
I got some missions here, Brad, and I was so fascinated with talking to you. This has happened to me literally every week forever on this show. I have no idea what I'm supposed to do here.
Okay, so why don't you go try to if memory serves here, King Cockroach. I think you can you can pick up those mushrooms. You can urinate on some of them too.
Oh, cool.
Or you can urinate to produce them. But
I see.
I think like if you can bring up your map there, because I think you're trying to go to South Knot City and connect the chiral network.
Okay, I'm just screaming. I'm trying to bring the map up. I'm just yelling at everybody.
Yeah, that's a fun button where you can make Norman Reedus talk. That's a real hoot. Okay, so we're going to? So there's the Craftsman there. That's one point. But let's see if you can find South Knot City, because I think that's your main objective here.
Okay.
So you're at Lake Knot City now.
Lake Knot City.
It might be one of those points
Okay.
on here. You know what? I would also say maybe just go over to the Craftsman and see what's going on over there.
Okay.
Craftsman is also my guy, so I know him pretty well.
Oh, that's a
So
person, the Craftsman. You know everybody.
Craftsman,
How do you know everybody just as a guy who wants to make a pancake house?
Just kind of plugged in, just kind of connected, just kind of always moving and shaking and breaking bread with people. I mean, that's what life is, right? It's networking,
Well, dude, Brad,
That's how you play the game.
I tell you what. For me, right now, what I'm getting, a guy shows up in a mask, general T-shirt vibe, and pitches me an idea like ICOP. I'm interested because I know.
I love it.
I remember hearing stories of Wes Anderson's first time meeting. Maybe it was Coppola, but he shows up. He's in his nice suits. He's in his crazy outfits, and Coppola goes, "This guy must be an artist," and I'm feeling that from you right now.
Yeah, I'm kind of an artist, in a sense, for sure. I mean, like, I feel like I have a vision, and I have a dream, and that's what making art is all about.
And your dream, of course, being pancakes.
Yeah, pancakes, but fun.
And is everything else there fun? I guess I should ask, because my memory of IHOP is we've got, like, the Super Bird, the turkey sandwich, the lunch.
Yeah,
order.
for sure. We'll have a full suite of lunch and dinner options. Those will all be available to you. So if you want to get yourself a chicken sando, you want to get yourself a BLT, hey, seniors are welcome there. We love our seniors at ICOP. So if you want to come in and you want to get yourself an early bird dinner, maybe get yourself some sliced turkey breasts, some mashed taters, and some broccoli florets, that'll be available for you at a value price. And also, if you want to indulge, you're feeling like, hey, I'm 75 years old. Why don't I enjoy myself for once? You always got pancakes available, and our pancakes are fun.
I love the sell. As I'm learning about the world, and if you know about this world and you have any questions for Brad and how he might make this business work, please let us know.
Yeah, I'd love to hear from the chat. If anyone's interested in investing, we're aggressively pursuing new franchisees. The franchise fee is very reasonable. We just need $250,000 cash up front. And then we just need proof of another $250,000 liquid in a business checking account. So if you have that, honestly be stupid not to invest it, because this is just like that money's going to multiply, and we can all get richer.
And what does that get me as a potential franchisee? I give you that $250K. I show you
Yeah.
a bank statement that among a few banks I have that adds up to $250K. And it's got to be liquid. It can't be like investments or property that I own.
Yeah, we're really going for liquid right now. We just want because we don't want the optics of these restaurants opening and then closing because someone gets in over their head and loses their shirt in a hurry. That's not great for the brand. So we definitely want something that can be self-sustaining for years to come. Oh, looks like we got a call coming in.
Thank you for noticing. All right, Arsenal Roy. Hello.
I once found a whole rat in my Cobb salad at ICOP.
Okay, I once found a whole rat in
Okay.
my Cobb salad at ICOP.
Can I just say, we have some ICOP locations that are kind of like in test markets right now, and they're kind of soft launching. And when you're soft launching, you're gonna run into some road bumps. All right, you're gonna have some hiccups, and we apologized for that rat in your Cobb salad. Like, we apologized. We gave you another Cobb salad, and we comped the entire meal. So, like, I don't know what else you want from us. Like, mistakes are gonna happen, and that's why pencils have
Oh, no.
erasers.
Oh, I'm sorry, Brad. I am being attacked here. Oh, my
boy.
God, this is new
Yeah,
to
watch
me.
out for this guy.
Oh, my God. Who is this? One of those guys you were talking about? Holy
No, this is
fuck.
this is a bad dude. You always have the option of running from this guy.
Okay, I could run
the
away.
The combat in our reality is a little tricky, although you are kind of bunching the shit out of them.
I never run away from a fight, Brad. That's what you want out of a franchise owner here. All right, what'd this guy have? Metallica? What is this called?
Looks like it's just metals, just straight up metals.
Oh, metal,
Those are handy.
okay.
Yeah, maybe you can bring those over
Right, there we go.
to the craftsman, and maybe he'll appreciate them.
All right. I think that's so big of you. I think apologizing and owning up is something that, other than Dan Harmon, I've never really seen anyone do.
Yeah, accountability is important. We try to. That's part of the ICOP experience. We care about our customers. It's a customer service.
Oh my God.
Experience most of all.
Oh
Okay,
my
so one thing you
fuck.
can do is you can pick up some of these packages and use them to pummel somebody, which is a lot of fun.
Oh, that's cool.
So yeah, if you go up to one of these bundles, you're kind of surrounded right now. Sometimes flight is the correct option here. But yeah, you see, grab with left hand, grab with right hand. If you hit like R2 to grab it with your right hand,
Okay.
then you can swing it at them.
Oh, wow. Fuck you,
Yeah.
bitch. Sorry.
And that's a
excuse
great
me.
way to bludgeon one of these psychopaths. Here you go.
Oh, my God. Oh, yeah. Thank you for the bleeps there. Sorry, I'm just getting attacked out here. Earnest Citizen says, does Brad also watch Ride with Norman Reedus
yeah,
while
I
on
mean-
John, or does he raw dog the toilet experience?
It's a very personal question, but I think it's fine to enjoy your favorite motorcycle television, like with Norman Reedus, who exists in our reality, as does Sam. But both of these things are true. The character he plays and him himself are both in our world. It's true. So yeah, I'll watch it when I'm dropping a deuce. Why not?
So,
Also, I don't know if I like
common
raw
behavior
dog-
that Norman Reedus brings out of people, it seems like.
Can I just say, I don't know if I like the idea of raw dogging the toilet experience. Pretty disgusting turn of phrase.
Brad, I love that you're willing to draw that line. As someone who may franchise, may be the face of your business, may just invest in it.
Can I just say something we're going to have at every ICOP? The stalls are going all the way to the floor. And there's not going to be those little gaps where some freak can look at you with one eye, see what you're doing in there. Where the stalls are going to the floor, to the ceiling, no air gaps.
My
You're going to
dog.
have full privacy when you're in one of those. Whatever you want to do in there, that's cool. It's ICOP.
That's
Come and have some pancakes, but fun.
that's a sell in the room. I'm buying that in the room. That is all I need. I guess my additional input would be, can we at least have something on the door that indicates someone is in there, since there's no way to know other than pulling hard on the handle?
100%. Yeah, there's got to be a visual indicator. Like I like the red-green treatment. I like it. It's green and it says vacant, and it's red and it says occupied. I like both a color and a text. I think both of those elements will be present for sure on the door handles.
Okay, very simple. A lot of franchising, because I've tried to franchise in the past, and I've looked at other business, Carl's Jr., Culver's.
Right.
And that's not built into the kind of restaurant Bible that you get when you try to franchise is the bathrooms. And so it's different
Yeah,
from place to place.
A lot of these places are cutting corners, and I understand it's when you're dealing with chain restaurants, you're dealing with very thin margins. That's one of our struggles we're facing with ICOP as we expand, as we grow the brand. But one place we are not going to cut corners is on the customer experience, and a big part of that is privacy in your restrooms. Oh boy, you just dropped all your shit.
McDonald's tried pizza, Taco Bell tried a burger. What is ICOP's failed food item?
Okay, so Yummy Jackal Meat wants to know, McDonald's tried pizza, Taco Bell tried a burger. What is ICOP's failed food item?
I mean, this feels like a very passive-aggressive way to bring up our discontinued Cobb salad, which, yes, would sometimes have rat content. And that was a thing that we dealt with, and we, again, part of the growing pains. A few Cobb salads had rats in them. Okay, and that's just whatever. That's the kind of challenge any business faces when they're in their early years. But we're past that. The Cobb salad is no longer on the menu, and rats are, rat content is way down in general.
If I'm being totally honest, I was hoping for a full guarantee that there were no more rat content, as you call it.
It's definitely. You're not gonna. It's not a thing you need to worry about. When definitely not a thing you need to be on the lookout for is rats in your food, because it's not. Again, it just doesn't happen all that often at most locations.
Oh, fuck.
This is one of the challenges of walking in this world, is that one thing as you're walking through these. So pause for 1 second here.
Okay.
If you want to stop, I believe it's the L1 button. I believe that one. If you tap it, the quick tap, maybe it's the R1 button. You can do a quick tap, and then you can see. So you see the blue parts of the terrain and the yellow parts of the terrain. The yellow parts of the terrain, you're more likely to stumble. So if you want to target an area to cross that has more blue to yellow ratio, and then as you're walking over the yellow, if you are holding the L2 and R2 buttons, again in our reality, then you can stabilize as you're walking over it.
Okay.
So that should help a little bit. The other thing you can do is you can try to put a ladder there if this is going to continue to struggle. But yeah, try to just go perpendicular and just traverse to the other side and see if you can.
Do I really need these things I dropped? Would you say? Oh, fuck!
Yeah, you really don't want to drop everything you're carrying. But for now, okay, so yeah, definitely try to paddle a little bit. You should be you're on the other side. You should be able to pick up some of those things as they're passing. And they should be hopefully minimally damaged, so you can recover some of your cargo. And again, I think just progress over to the craftsman.
I'm seeing in the chat someone suggesting that maybe at your place the servers love to spit and mucus everywhere.
Okay, that was a few servers that are no longer with the company. But yes, there were. They called themselves the Mucus Boys, which should have been a red flag. That this clique called the Mucus Boys all kind of wanted to be hired together, and they said we only want to work together. And I was like, whatever. Hey, you're eager to come on board, be a part of the family. Welcome to the team. But yeah, they caused some trouble, and they're no longer with us.
Brad, I appreciate the open-mindedness, and I think, as far as, not to go back to basketball, but you put the Villanova boys on the Knicks, you get chemistry.
Right.
You hear those the Mucus boys, why wouldn't you have them there? So I've got no complaints.
Why wouldn't you? They've got a history, they've got a shorthand, they've worked together in the past, and we just didn't know that they had some ill intentions. But yeah, there's no ill intentions from ICOP corporate. All we're trying to do over there is offer pancakes, but fun.
The more I think about it, I'm trying to imagine what makes the pancakes fun. I'm seeing in the chat, someone wants to know if there's something more fun than the Rudy Tooty Fresh and Fruity. Do you know that item?
Yeah, the Rudy Tooty Fresh and Fruity, of course. That's one of our signatures that again, IHOP offered, and we will be offering our version of it over at the new ICOP combo.
Great. So
we
copyright's not an issue in this.
We couldn't get the rights to Rudy Tooty Fresh and Fruity, so it's gonna be a little bit, orthogonal, but it's the yummy mucus pancakes. They're not, again, they're named, the Mucus Boys, like, kind of came up with them, but they don't actually contain any mucus. But we have to, because they came up with them, they own the IP, so we're licensing it out from them.
Oh, fuck. So you let go of the Mucus Boys, but you still owe them licensing?
Yeah.
Yeah. Frankly, we can top that name, Brad.
It's kind of a weird contractual thing where we're kind of obligated to feature it as a menu exclusive for the next 5 years. But it is like the Rudy Tooty breakfast, Rudy Tooty Fresh and Fruity you know and love. It's just, a little bit more mucus forward.
Brad, you fucked yourself on the contract there, I have to say.
Yeah, again, this is part of the whole thing of starting a new business.
Arsenal Roy 2K, hello. What's up?
I once saw a Waffle House waitress go through the ICOP staff like Jason Statham through henchmen in the transporter.
I once saw a Waffle House waitress go through the ICOP staff like Jason Statham through henchmen in the transporter.
Yeah, again, I'm just trying to spread positivity here. I'm trying to say that, hey, we're going to have a fun brand where you could get a fun meal, where you can hang out with your friends and family. Again, here at the ruined landscape of the UCA, I don't know why everyone feels the need to relitigate every controversy and failure we've had in the period of growing this hopefully global brand. But yes, we did have a Waffle House waitress go in and just kick the shit out of everybody. It was real rough.
Brad, I feel like people maybe just in the conversation have begun to focus on the negative, and a way to break that and some of these accusations from me might be a little segment that I like to do called Hidden Gems. Now, Brad, we're going to look at old video game covers that may be a little less remembered by people out there. And if you remember this one, feel free to reminisce with me about it. How's that sound to you?
I love it.
All right, Hidden Gems, folks. The first one, Burger Time 2, Onion Ring on the PlayStation 5. So a very recent hidden gem submitted by Earnest Citizen.
Modern classic there.
I'm glad that video games started to kind of do what movies do, which is take a kind of playful old IP and make it incredibly serious.
Yeah, it's a requel approach, where we're honoring the origins of Burger Time. We've got a modern version of Peter Pepper there, the chef, it looks like, but we're also sort of addressing a grim reality that we all exist in. I think it's a very audience conscious approach.
And I think that like you said, the idea of honoring the past is very important, because I know a lot of people play Burger Time, and if you had recast Peter Pepper and tried to modernize him, made him buff or sexy or anything like that, I think you would have gotten ripped apart by people online.
For sure, yeah. No, they did the right approach.
Next up on Hidden Gems, Pete's Dragon on the Activision game. Pete's Dragon, I'm looking closer at my screen, video game cartridge for use with the video computer system by Atari. Relive the adventure. So a big swing kind of early in the video game era here, I think.
It's one of those ones where you don't even need the title to know what you're looking at. Just instantly, like Pete Dragon, you're transported. That's the immersive nature of this medium that's so great to me.
Absolutely. It tells that it didn't rely on so much of the what I would call lazy storytelling that we have today.
For sure. No, purely visual. You get it. Again, audiences are smarter than we give them credit for.
100%, Brad. This is the type of game. Have you ever thought of, those for ICOP, those places that have it would have Pac-Man and you'd have like a rolly ball screen? Do you know what I'm talking about? Or like a rolly ball controller?
Oh, for sure. Like the little trackball.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was kind of a fun input mechanism. Kind of like they weren't sure if it was going to be a mouse or a trackball in the early days before everyone kind of settled on mouse dominance.
I've never heard it called mouse dominance, but I would agree, and I'm glad we settled on it. But you could do like a
And
Leisure
can
Suit
I just
Larry
want to
or
be
something like
clear. I just want to be clear because a lot of people have used the phrase mouse dominance in regard to the ICOP kitchens. And let me just say, we are winning that battle. Again, rat content, rodent content in general is way down. So, save your arrows.
I would, yeah. You could use the word mouse, but I would remove the word dominance. Right? It is at
Right,
best
for sure.
a mini mouse uprising now.
Yeah, kind of a peaceful coexistence.
Our next hidden gem, the Locksmith Simulator on Bug Station, which is my own system.
A lot of fun.
So this is another new one, a ton of fun, and this is kind of, if you've seen any of Will Smith's music videos right now that are like, they're not AI, but they feel like how did a human create AI? This is in that world.
Yeah, this is pretty great. I mean, seems like a blast. I haven't actually played this one, but would love to get some reps. Again, it's like kind of the thing when you work in food service. Do I want to bring my work home with me? Is my escape the video game I'm going to play? Do I want that to be something else where I'm building, where I'm preparing dishes? But I think with the presence of Will Smith makes me want to do it.
Absolutely. I want to just shout out John Hex Plays, who said that game slaps. Obviously, if Chris Rock is watching this stream, I apologize, but otherwise, great work on that one, John Hex. The challenge here is it's a mix. You can play kind of two versions or melded together. There is the overcooked version where you're making bagels for hungry boys and girls, and then there's also the Pa Rappa the Rappa version where you're rapping Will Smith raps, and then there's the one where you're doing both at the same time.
Hey, I'm into that. Why not both?
Our next,
he should go. I mean, this acting thing. What's he doing? Go back to rapping.
Brad, you'll be happy to find he has done just what you've suggested.
Wow, I love it.
He has given up on the acting, at least for now, and he is, I guess you could call it rapping.
Smart move.
He is freestyling, he says, and I can't wait for you to watch because it seems right up your alley. This next one, Hideo Kojima's Sneak King Solid, a much quieter Hideo Kojima game, and very apropos for what we were talking about earlier.
Yeah, this one's dope as hell. This is actually, there are just extremely lengthy, verbose cutscenes where the Burger King king is explaining, the geopolitical order and the military-industrial complex and how it ties into social media. It's good stuff. It's really heady.
It's somehow, even as a 15-year-old, there's no way this will go over your head. You will have to sit with it and marinate on what he's going through there. And finally, if there is another hidden gem, Death Stranding 2 Director's Cut, Life's a Beach. Where
a lot of fun.
Like finally Norman and the baby just kind of relax.
Yeah, it seems like that's a really optimistic view of what's going to happen to our reality. I hope so. I hope we end up there, because we have this association of the beach as this sort of liminal space between life and death. But I'd love for the beach to be a place where you just hang 10 again. Why not?
Kojima is so well known for being a little bit prescient about the world.
For sure.
And I think that if this ends up being the way he is the most prescient, we could all enjoy it. Especially for me, the most exciting idea is a baby who is clearly stuffed, going right to surfing, doing it well, and having no tummy issues afterwards. That is utopia for me.
I gotta say that looks like a dad and child duo that spent some time at an ICOP franchise. Maybe one right on the pier. You don't want a Joe's Crab Shack there. You want an ICOP. You want to get some pancakes while you're looking at the waves.
I will say the pier is possibly a very good way to finally solve the vermin problem.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely, again, I don't want to call it a problem. I want to more just call it like maybe an issue. That's the language I'd prefer, because I think we kind of are on the other side of problem here. I think it's pretty, we're definitely winning or on the path to winning.
That well, the one thing I can tell from a conversation with a man behind a mask is that I can take you at your word, both on being close with Hardman and on your IHOP situation or ICOP situation. I am going to have my interns get in touch with you, send you some receipts, and I'd like to franchise out and even become the face of ICOP, and maybe do I don't know if having a cockroach associated with your business is okay with you, but I would be happy to do it.
I did not think of the optics there.
Oh, fuck.
I did. Yeah, you know what? I think it's good. I think it's still a net good, because I think that says is that we're so confident in us having the vermin problem under control, in our commitment to sanitation, that we are willing to put a cockroach front and center as our living mascot. So we'd love to have you if you're down.
Oh, Brad, that makes me so happy. We will be in touch, and I'm so happy you were here, and thank you for showing me around this wasteland. It's nice to have some hope and artistry and thoughtfulness in a world that has become so dark.
Yeah, I'm sorry you couldn't connect with the craftsman, but if you do run into him offline, definitely say what's up from Brad-Hardman. He'll definitely know me. He definitely, like, he might act like he doesn't remember me, but he's just like kind of playing it cool, because he doesn't want to be like a name dropper, which you'll run into a lot if you bring up my name. People will just act like they don't know me, because again, they just don't want to be name droppy, because I'm a pretty big name. And by the way, in the chat, Brad, was it your idea to include the blueberry pancakes on the ICOP menu? Look, I did not understand that phrase had some sort of like other meaning. I thought we were saying back the blueberries in terms of blueberries are back, in the way that the UCA is back and ICOP is back, and large footprint chain restaurant dine-in experiences are back. So we apologize for that. We gave you a free Cobb salad, so I don't know what the problem is.
To
I
be
don't know
fair,
why you have to
you
keep
give
bringing up
people
bullshit.
what I would call a free rat shit salad.
Okay, all right. Well, that's how you want to characterize it. That's fine.
What I love about you is you're willing to take these constructive criticisms face on. You're a marketing wizard, Brad. And any guy that runs a business that looks like you, I am on board with. And I'm going to say what's up for the craftsman and die for you.
What an absolute treat to be here, King Cockroach. Yeah, anyone interested in dining in at or investing in an ICOP franchise, definitely hit me up, drop in the DMs. Remember, we're doing pancakes over there.
And they're boring?
No, they're fun.
That's right. Incredible. Thank you, Brad. Brad-Hardman, folks. Honored to have such an enterprising guest on the show. Some of my other guests could learn from this. And as I'm going to continue moving through this world, hopefully with everybody out there's help, I will be dreaming of the idea of sitting down to me, some fun pancakes. So I'm heading to the Craftsman. Oh, boy. I'll tell you this, I didn't want to indicate this to Brad because I want to help franchise out through his business, but the idea of being a delivery driver, to me, a delivery walker really, fucking sucks. This is exhausting. I've got all these things on my back. I'm kind of just doing Revelio over and over again. Thanks for the bleep there. But let me see if I can find... I can't even find those little lines that are telling me where to go. Anyone know where those little lines went? Let's see what this is.
You there. Bridges wants you.
Auto paver. We'll rebuild a road when... Alright, well, can I just have that? Give me a road. Damn it. Why Master Flash? I ordered a pizza a week ago in honor of today's show, and it's still not here. Yeah, maybe your delivery driver is fell into the river a few times and dropped all their pizzas. Where? What's the map here? Where's this damn house?
Sacrifice.
Where am I? Okay, I'm Sam. Okay, so I gotta look to the right. Okay, easy. To the right. Is that right? Advice about crossing this. Okay. Oh, I went the wrong right. This way? Oh, GD it. Okay. No, that's the right. Some nephew behavior in there. Alright, let's get these feet to grip here. Alright, I'm up. This is a very, no spoilers, but a very 28 years later kind of green verdant. I like that I kind of make comments to myself proudly. Oh shit, Elio is about a nephew? Huh. Is the whole movie about, like, him trying to realize that he sucks? Let's see here. I tell you, I'm just getting my bearings here on this, in this world. I can't believe we started in a hype train. Yeah, who's Elio's uncle or aunt? Smelio? No! Oh, shite. It's fine. Grab something. How do I get up? Paddle right. Hey, thanks for the follow, Zach Oyama. What's up, big dog? Do I need these things? They're going away! So much ass for this. Oh, fuck. Okay. Can I just slide to get him? Is this hurting me? Oh, I can stand up. I didn't realize that. Grab it. Take it to the bleep. Alright. Oh, Bagel, thank you for the pro tip. I am trying my best. I don't even know if I need my things. Zach Oyama, this is exactly how I drown in real life. Zach, first time chat. Thank you for the chat, brother. I've been tricked by bots in the chat, so just drop an image of a school bus and describe it for us so we know that you are not a robot. I hope Marissa Tomei Aunt May casting is getting popular. What's that? Am I really far away because of that? Oh, I gotta go left, okay. You can get vehicles at terminals. That would have been nice. I tell you this, for someone who knew so much about the world, I would have liked to know that from Brad-Hardman.
I'm starting to cramp up.
Starting to cramp up. I gotta rest. He did teach me how to rest. Hold. This.
Well, at least you know your limits, huh?
Switch the difficulty to super easy from Doc Swamp. Okay. Am I resting? Zach, I do need you to just prove that you're not a robot there. I know you can do it. Breastfeed the fetus to restore energy. Who am I? Hang on. What's this guy's name? De Niro from Meet the Fockers? Okay, can I get up now? No, wait.
All right, time to go.
There we go. Okay.
Hello.
All right. Hey, thanks for the Prime subscription, Jack. I'm a De Niro fucker. Can you milk me? There's a little a sketch that the comedy group Big Grande never could crack. It was called Four De Niros. And it was four guys. Someone had been robbed by a Robert De Niro impersonator, and it was the lineup with four different De Niros who were all different, doing different Robert De Niro impressions. One of them was doing Jay Leno. We couldn't crack it. Zach, the bus picture just find the emoji of a bus. I knew it was a robot. I was like, there's no way Zach is on here. You can find an emoji of a bus and just put it in the chat and describe it. I'm exhausted, by the way. I'm here. I made it. Is this the Craftsman? Oh, I thought it was going to be like a Craftsman house. Okay. Do I do something here? Activate terminal. Make delivery. That's what I have to do, right? All right. Deliver requested cargo. Complete order. Did I do it? What button is that? Confirm. Easy. Wow, why Master Flash can't even afford a fee. Bullshit. Oh,
Express, are you?
you're not with Fragile Express, are you?
Oh, I get it. Bridges is using their IDs to complete the delivery. Well, good work, son.
Thank you. It was
I'll
my
take
dad.
that off your hands. Package looks about as good as can be expected.
Thank you. I didn't fall at all.
Thank you.
Okay, and then he just kind of got snapped away. Was that the Craftsman? Plus 50% damage. Okay. All right. Master Handler. Huh? I guess that means I did good, huh? What are all these things? I hate menus. Just let me do things. Oh, he's
What's your
back.
angle anyway? Everyone knows Fragile was behind the attack that wiped out Middlemont City. Only a damn fool trusts that terrorist to deliver shit now.
Well,
And
language.
here you are, filling in. Keeping her business alive for her, am I right? I swear. Can't trust anyone these days.
Thanks for the bleep
Don't try
on the other
sweet-talking
character.
me onto your little network.
Oh, come on. Join my little
Why
network.
There's been so many terrorist attacks recently.
Oh, no. Here he
It's you
goes.
all,
This is
piss
like
them
I'm
off
like in an
with
Uber
your
with this
talk
guy.
about reuniting the country.
Okay.
Join the UCA.
Yeah, man.
I may as well paint a bullseye on my shelter.
Oh, is that why?
Delivery's coming. We'll get along just fine. I don't need any trouble.
All right.
Though I will say, I appreciate these hematic grenades of yours. Quality work, gotta admit. Not the sort of equipment the UCA ought to keep to itself.
Well, let's just do the job. Don't
There's a lot
shame
of
me.
freelance porters operating in these parts, after all. If I could churn these out by the boatload and gear up those folks, now you're good people. I can see that. And you brought my order like I asked.
So why are you being a dick?
But it'll take more than that for me to agree to what you're
Okay.
asking. Chiral Network is a big step. But if you could prove to me Bridges is an organization I can trust, well, how about this? Do another run for me. I'll put the details on the terminal there.
Okay.
Good work. New order available. Please access delivery terminal for further
All right, let's see what you got for me. Okay, let's do it. What do I do? Did I do it? Accept orders, yeah.
The toolkit you're looking for ought to be in my old shelter. It's been tagged, so shouldn't have any trouble finding the place. I'll unlock it remotely once you get there. Oh, and Take some of those hematic grenades you brought with you.
My man.
Nothing you'll want more when those BTs put your back against the wall, right?
Big titties.
Here's hoping it won't come to that.
Hey, I don't mind those BTs putting my back against the wall, if you know what I mean. Okay. Give me some of those hematics. Attached to suit seems fun. Just some grenades on my suit. I already have things on my suit. Carry on back. Alright. Do I have them? Wait, no, don't undo my changes. What about auto arrange? Just do it for me. Yeah, optimize my load. Did it do it? What do I have to do? Damn it. This is too many things. Just confirm. Yeah. Alright.
Order assigned.
Bring South Knot City to a chiral network. Alright. What does that mean? Go here. Yabba dabba do. Okay. What's this? People want me to pick a lock? Get to that skill tree option once I walk on the... Oh, I'm down. I think I'm tired.
Okay.
Taking a drink here. Is South Knot a euphemism for butthole? I'd say probably yes. I guess what would your North Knot be then? Your pee-pee? Belly button. West Knot? West Knot's in
Well,
Limp
enjoy
Bizkit,
it.
right? I'm too tired to sleep or drink. That's how tired I've made myself, apparently. Trying to get some help from my intern here. Yeah, a little canteen work, that's all. Alright, let's frickin' go. So north. We hated that guy's vibe, right? There's people who are like, hey, thanks for everything. Let me say one really mean thing and then thank you again. And then if you respond, you're going to seem like the dick. Oh, Cybersuck wants to say hello to the chat. Hi, Cybersuck. Yeah, enjoy the dungeon. We did add a little Orbi mesh Wi-Fi router down there, so good stuff. We limit the apps you can download, but we want to make sure people are here. What's more fun, walking or pancakes? I mean, I've never had fun eating pancakes. I have a feeling I will when I go to ICOP, the one I own, but have you thought of taking all that shit off? Thank you. Look, I'm not going to take any advice from a robot there, fake Zach. I need this shit to deliver it all. It's raining now. Thanks for the bleeps. They should put some hot dog stands in this game. Just like Costco style. Am I going the right way? Oh, I can do this, right? Where's that little line? Yeah, I'm going the right way. This is very treacherous. Can we make it to Conan? Like without borders? Oh, Conan. Is this like one of the places he visits in his HBO show? Zach, a bus. A school bus or any sort of bus. I'm going? I gotta go left a little bit. Don't help him, Y-Master. That looks like a cat. Jeez. The baby hasn't really been a factor at all. I thought the baby was going to be a big deal here. But I've just been kind of chilling. Uh-oh. Wait, is the baby noticing something? What's that? What's happening? Whoa, what just happened? Yeah, but what was it? Pick up. What am I picking up here? Did I pick something up here? Seems like I'm supposed something intense must be happening, but I don't know. I'm getting intense energy. Can I climb this? Ah! We're okay. So that's all red, so can I not go over here? I went over here. What, would I fall and drop all my shit? Hi, Lando Sully from work. Jump also, okay. Everything seems fine. I don't know why things got all scary for a second. You see me walking, delivering. Death Stranding, I'm trying to deliver some things. Hold breath. Why am I holding my breath? Is it poisonous here? Or stinky? Okay. It wants me to hold my breath. What? Does anyone know what's going on here? Why is every game so confusing? Uh-oh. Or am I just trying to be quiet? Grip for balance. Okay, the baby's crying. Baby's crying. Do I want to jump down or will I drop my things? Hiya! Ah! Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. Well, folks. That's Death Stranding. This world to me. Brad's gone. That's Brad's room. Thank you for the bleeps. This world for me was challenging, overwhelming, frightening, dystopian. I'm seeing I've gotten a text from Zach Oyama that is a picture of a robot school bus. So now I don't know what to think. I didn't like this world. Ad break in 10 seconds. Are we going to make it? But it did make me empathize with our heroic frontline workers out there. Oh, Lando Sully, I gotta read this. I'm a night shift 911 dispatcher with this on for the downtime, so I might not be too active in chat. A semi-lurk, as I like to call it. A night shift 911 dispatcher? What am I doing talking? That's what I want to hear about. Wow. Well, Lando, thanks for being here. Look, when you go back to work, just let us know which 911 to call, and we could just call and stream to you. or maybe request you or something like that. But you know, thanks for being here on your break. You must have to be very sensible. I think I'd be like annoyed with people every time they call it. Of like, all right, well, stop being so hysterical. Chill out, sir. Sir, chill out. It's all good, man. Let's get to the bottom of this. You can't communicate with me if you're going to be all freaked out. But anywho, yeah, everybody, and not for real, but as a joke, but you know, whatever. Call 911 and see if you get Lando right now. Or if we all called at the same time, would they call you in from your break? That game looked fun, but it's no soda drinking simulator. Yeah. Oh god, soda drinking simulator. I have nightmares about that. I'm an Alaska native. Calming folks is my specialty. Why, Master? No, don't really call 911. Unless it's on Zach Oyama. Or a robot for impersonating Zach. Zach might be in trouble. Ad break in 3 seconds. Is that real? Oh, it ended. Oh, you were on an ad break. Earnest Citizen, give me a phone call. Hello?
Hello, is this 911? Lando?
Earnest Citizen, this is King Cockroach. What is your issue? Calm down. This is not Lando. This is King Cockroach that you've called. We can't have a conversation, obviously, because I can speak in the moment and you cannot. But yeah, look, I do want to end the show. We're doing it in reverse order. You ever heard of Opposites Day? With Kingdom announcements, since we didn't get to them earlier. We got right into the hype train and our guests. So today's Kingdom announcements. If people were here early and left, make sure you forward the Kingdom announcements the way you would give the homework to people at school or the syllabus. But today's Kingdom announcements, announcement the first. I'm proud to announce the upcoming release of my new virtual reality experience, King Cockroach VR Live Like a King, coming early 2032. A lot of bugs in the immediate VR. I'm being told it was making people nauseous. And one of the main issues here is we have to open it with like looking in the mirror and living my life, and I don't want to give up a lot of what I really do in my life. So there's a lot of like, can we one-to-one certain specifics or kind of, you know, massage some specifics so it's not exactly what I would do, because I don't want you to know really what I do from moment to moment. It would be embarrassing. Spend a lot of my day just looking at what other kings are doing and complaining through the, like, from room to room to my wife. How come that king gets to do that? The kingdom announcement the second. This word again. The Kingdom Vizier would like me to pass on the... Nope. Let me go again. Replace that mistake. The Kingdom Vizier would like me to pass on the following. Whomever keeps touching my orb of contemplation, please stop. You got Pizza Hut pepperoni ranch sauce all over it. This is an expensive device and requires specific calibration. So keep your grubby mitts off of it. Thank you to Arsenal Roy 2K for that announcement. Announcement the third. After extensive research, Evergreen engineers have successfully added an extra inventory slot to all citizens within the kingdom. This slot can only be used to carry around my autographed headshot and will leak radiation. But imagine having that headshot on you wherever you go. Announcement the fourth. From this point forward, please refer to all Volkswagen bugs as roaches, cockroaches, or cocks. Thank you for your attention to this matter. Submitted by Sammy Fine. Thank you for your attention to this matter. Since we're mad at Zach Oyama, do you have an embarrassing story you can tell about him? No, last week he bought me... I wouldn't embarrass a friend, because last week he bought me a Hank Hill skin on Fortnite, so I don't want him to get mad. It was a nice skin. Huh, I'm being told my mic is getting really quiet here and there. How is my sound? Is my sound sounding. I'm all the way up over here. Weird. Well, I'm told the volume is slowly going down, so it's good we are near the end of the episode, folks. So if you can hear me, great. If not, let me know. That is our show, folks. Our game, Death Stranding. Our guest, Brad-Hardman. He's whispering me to sleep. Am I whispering? What's happening? Anyway, my name is King Cockroach. This has been King Cockroach Live. Thanks again to everyone who followed, subscribed, and shared bits during tonight's stream. Your support helps us pay the guests, buy new video games, and throw pizza parties for our interns. Very special thanks to my patrons. Join our Patreon to get instant access to our growing back catalog of episodes with guests like Matt Apodaca, Rick Shankar, and John Mackey. Patrons who join at the $6 tier can also get some cool stuff in the mail. Visit patreon.com/BowSpotKC for more info. Our next show, July 2nd, Dead by Daylight with the community for our first charity stream. Check out our Discord for more info. Consult our intern about the raid. That's what I'm doing now. Shiny Doggy is who we are raiding, so stick around.